This is Laurie Moore-Moore with the Texas Brave and Strong podcast. Today's topic, take the challenge. Could you gain admission and graduate from Texas's first college? Higher education came to the Republic of Texas in 1840, with the Republic's Congress officially approving the charter of Ruttersville College in the new town of Ruttersville, located 6 miles northeast of LaGrange. Although founded by a group of Methodists, the co-educational school was open to all religious denominations. Its 2-story main building was completed the following year, and by 1844 enrollment was 194 students, both men and women. Lest you scoff at the idea of a serious college on the early frontier, take this challenge. Do you think you could flip the tassel on your mortarboard to signify successful graduation from Ruttersville College? Let's take a look at the terms of admission and the courses in the second annual college catalog. To gain admission, candidates for the classical course must be acquainted with the rudiments of the English language, ancient and modern geography, arithmetic, first lessons in algebra. So far, so good, right? But there's more. You must also know Greek grammar, Latin grammar, Greek and Latin prosody. That's the rhythm and sound used in poetry. I had to look it up. You must also be familiar with Anton's Cicero, Cooper's Virgil, the 4 Gospels, or Jacob's Greek Reader. All that checked off, you must provide satisfactory testimonials of good moral character. If you met those requirements for admission, here's what your course list would look like. In the first of 5 major areas of study, the Department of Moral Science and Letters, you would study elocution, analysis, rhetoric, logic, intellectual philosophy, elements of moral science, elements of criticism, evidences of Christianity, and political economy. You would also be called upon for weekly exercises in composition and declamation. Whew, that's quite a load. In the Department of Mathematics, be prepared to master algebra, geometry, trigonometry, surveying, navigation, calculus, civil engineering, astronomy, and natural philosophy. The Department of Ancient Languages and Literature would offer you extensive readings in Latin, plus Latin composition and declamation. You would also study more than a dozen Greek books on a variety of topics, including 5 books of Homer's Iliad. And don't forget Greek composition and declamation. A classical dictionary and ancient atlas would be available as resources. Have a knack for languages? You might turn to the Department of Modern Languages to learn Spanish, French, Italian, and German. I'm not clear whether you could choose just one or would have to study all 4. I suspect the answer is all 4. Nothing sounds challenging enough? Then the Department of Natural Science would be for you. It seems to be a combination of most all of the above, minus the Romance languages, with geology, mineralogy, and botany thrown in for good measure. But let's not forget the female department. Just having one seems progressive for 1841. If you're a lady wondering what might have been available to you, ladies could pursue any of the studies embraced by the departments already mentioned. In addition, females could study drawing and painting or music on the piano forte. The collegiate year of Ruttersville College encompassed 2 terms, with 1 month's break in the summer. Tuition for the higher studies ranged from $20 to $25 per term. Music was an additional $15 per quarter. Board, which also included washing and fuel, was $12.50 per month. A far cry from today's college tuition, but still more than many could afford. Seems to me that one might conclude from all this that a classical education was alive and well in Texas in the 1840s. However, Native American troubles, the 1846 Mexican War over the boundary between Texas and Mexico, and competition from other educational institutions had caused a decline in registrations. And in 1856, Ruttersville College and its properties merged with the Texas Monumental and Military Institute, which itself closed when students left to join the Civil War. Schools for younger students were also plentiful in early Texas. Prior to 1854, when the state legislature introduced a state public school system, teachers offering schooling in towns and villages were numerous. Private tutoring was also an educational option for those who could afford it, and many children were homeschooled. All in all, despite what we would consider as the often primitive circumstances of many Texans, the desire for education was strong. Looking back at the Ruttersville College curriculum, I think many educated individuals of today would find the 1841 classwork challenging. I think I would. This is Laurie Moore-Moore with the Texas Brave and Strong podcast. Tune in every other week for a new episode and discover tidbits of Texas history you never learned in school. You may also wish to read my new historical novel, Gone to Dallas, The Storekeeper, 1856 to 1861. It's a fast-paced fictional story salted with true history and peppered with real people, along with the fascinating fictional ones. Find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, Ingram Spark, and more. Ask for it at your local bookstore. Available as a trade paperback and in digital form. Thanks for listening. Y'all come back.